Hey, it's Lux from Moving 92.5, and I'm here with Ed Sheeran.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm just so happy to be back at work. I feel like I will never ever take work for granted again.
I was gonna say it's a little time for catch-up, so to speak, because it's been a while since we've gotten to hear from you on a professional front, and I have to congratulate you on a few different things. So let's start first. You are a father. Congratulations to you and your wife, Cherry, on the birth of your beautiful baby. How is fatherhood so far? I mean, that's gotta be just magnificent.
It's great. Yeah, I feel like the first like couple of months we were both we call it the trenches. You're kind of like not really sure how to do anything, what's going on. You're not sleeping and it's all like up in the air. And we kind of found a groove and a routine with it now. And she's just like, Lyra's just the best. She's just the best human. She's so cool.
Will you pronounce her name for me again?
Lyra.
Lyra, that's beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
In your history of naming all your guitars, I wondered if you felt like you had an advantage in the baby naming department. I know that can be kind of a tough spot between husband and wife. Did that play out at all?
Well, no, we named her after our favourite character in this book called The Dark Materials, which is by a guy called Philip Pullman, and we both grew up reading this book and loved it. So yeah, that was what she was named after.
Are you interested in the show at all? Do you watch the show on HBO? Do you get the?
Yeah, I like the show. I like the show. I'm like one of these people that's like, you know, when the Harry Potter movies came out and everyone's like, the books are so much better. Like I'm like that. I love the books. I love the show. What I like about the show is it's reimagining my imagination of what the books are, and I think, you know, the two main characters are incredible in it, and it's a really, really well done show. It's a really well done show, but there's like, you know, I've seen like they had a theatre production of it like maybe like 15 years ago. They did a movie, The Golden Compass. There's been lots of different things that I've gone to go and see, and yeah, it's been good. Well,
you obviously have experience. You've been on shows. I got to catch up during the pandemic on Star Wars. I had no idea you were a stormtrooper.
So actually,
tell me about this.
Funnily enough, I shot a scene as a stormtrooper that they cut, and J.J. Abrams was like, because I spent like 12 hours in this stormtrooper suit doing this shoot, and then the next day he like messaged me and he was like, man, I think we're going to cut that scene. And I was like, no, I thought I was going to be in Star Wars. He was like, do you know what, if you turn up next week, we'll put you in an alien suit. So they put me in this, I think I have like 15 eyes, and I'm in like a rebel meeting, just like in the background. Cherry's in it as well. So I'm in it as that alien, and Cherry's in it as like a rebel. But yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again. I also love that Cherry gets in on the action, because I think really when you're passionate and when you do artistic creativity the way that you do in many forms, your family is a big part of it, which is why when I congratulate you on the new music that's out, it's mostly a congratulations to you and your family, to your wife, to your daughter. They were all around, of course, during the making. New song out. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's a song. It's called Bad Habits. It's an upbeat song that's actually quite a depressing subject, but it's about how, you know, your Friday night starts and you go, I'm only going to go out for one drink, and you know, if I'm going to eat, I might have something small and light. And then fast forward, your beer has led to like 15 beers, and then suddenly it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, you're dribbling on a chicken sandwich, you've just done a shot of mezcal out of your friend's belly button, and you're kind of like, a bad habit has led to another bad habit, which led to another bad habit, which led to another bad, and then all your pure intentions are out the window.
Well, so what kind of good habits have you been replacing those bad habits with? If that's the juxtaposition there with the song, obviously you probably put some good habits in.
Yeah, I've started like actually properly focused exercising, not just, I would like run every now and then, but now I'm like, I have like a structured plan every week that I do, which sort of counterbalances a lot of stuff. I've also like just stopped doing things to excess. Like I've stopped, my nickname used to be Two Dinners Teddy, because I used to go out for dinner and be like, oh, I can't decide if it's fish and chips or whether it's bangers and mash, and I'll have both of them. And yeah, I just got quite fat.
That sounds very lovely to me. I'd like to kind of do a little rapid fire on habits, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the hardest habit for you to break?
Alcohol.
All right.
Yeah.
Easiest new habit to stick to?
Being a good dad.
Oh, I love it. Habit that has brought the most change?
Exercise, I think, because I think when you are getting up, and I get up in the morning anyway with Lyra and do breakfast and whatnot, and then I'll go and exercise with her in the gym, and it's like a routine that has to happen now because she's in the routine of it, but also like it's so beneficial for me, if that makes sense.
Yes, and one habit that you'd like to keep for life. You want this habit to be ingrained forever. You hope that it stays.
I think, yeah, being a good dad. I don't think I'd ever want to get back into like smoking or like I think the binge eating is something that doesn't need to ever happen again.
Oh, that's wonderful. Speaking of your baby, what kind of lullabies have you been singing her over the last year? I mean, as a singer-songwriter, do you sing her your own stuff, or are you singing her the stuff that inspires you?
Occasionally, yeah. I sing her like the new songs and stuff, but I think I was brought up on like Irish traditional music, and it's such a beautiful way of singing, and the songs are so gentle that it's not. That's my kind of go-to.
I love that she's the first critic, like she's the first one to get to hear the new music, and maybe her response prompts where you put it on new records and whatnot. Another congratulations I have for you, being the newest sponsor of your hometown's soccer team, football club.
Yeah.
Being from the United States, I know I struggle with it a little bit.
No, it's all right. We can say soccer. Yeah, Ipswich Town.
I love it because I follow you on TikTok. I'm a huge fan of TikTok. And your video of you, it's my favorite trend. It's the Simple Plan song. And you start out all grown up wearing the new jersey, which the kit looks fire, and then pop into a little version of you. How long have you been? How long does the soccer love go back for you?
I mean, in England, soccer, football is like religion, and over here I feel like there's like a tribalness in America of like the A and the B team. So it's like the New York Giants and then the New York Jets, and like that's whereas in England, every single town, every single city, even villages have their own football team, and that's your identity. And it's like, it doesn't matter if they're big or small or whatever. In NFL, for instance, every team is kind of big and they're all owned by very rich people, and the players are paid like massive amounts of money. Whereas in England, there's like a tier system for English football clubs. And the top tier you would call the sort of the NFL tier, where you've got your Chelseas, your Manchester Uniteds, your Liverpools and blah, blah, blah. And then there's another tier called the Championship, which is like the medium teams. And then there's the next tier, which isn't televised, which is where my team is in. And then one more tier after that. And then maybe another, I think there's 5 tiers, and like the last 3 aren't on TV and are not like, you have to be like a real fan of football to go and be a fan. Yeah. So yeah, it's like a religion. It's like a religion. It's like you go there every single week, win or lose, you're there to support your team.
I love it. I love seeing how much musicians love sports, because all sports athletes just want to be musicians. Deep down, everyone that I've ever talked to,
but all musicians want to be. Yeah, like I was saying, I never get starstruck from musicians or actors, but meeting sports people is like just the best. And it's not even like you can have a very interesting conversation, because like I feel like they don't want to talk about that one time in the World Cup in 2002 where they did the free kick against Greece that made the whole country. I feel like you can't, like, if you bring that up in conversation, it's a bit like, that's a bit.
Oh, they want to hear about the time that you were backstage doing whatever, and you were doing, Wembley Stadium. I think they want to know about that. Plus, I'm just really impressed with the kit itself, because I know that it has references to your previous records. Does it also kind of have any hints towards future records? I mean, obviously, with the new single out, there has to be new music coming.
It has the next 2 album titles in it, and it is the name of the upcoming tour.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'd seen rumors and people hinting to it online, but to get the actual word from the horse's mouth is the best way. I have enjoyed my time with you, Ed. I really appreciate what you are putting into the universe, not just musically, but through the soccer and through all your philanthropic activities. Absolutely incredible. Can't wait for the new record, for the tour. The new song, Bad Habits, is out now and it's incredible. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thanks.